going to do America's work.
So proud of my wife, guys. She is going to learn how to work that pole.
Should I walk in and be like, I'm here?
Is that what you typically wear to work up? Whoa.
They'll be like, ma'am, this is the wrong thing.
Not that kind of pole, man.
Could you imagine?
She's going to get educated. She's going to learn how to work the poles.
Yeah, I need keys.
All the poles, right? Like any pole all over town, they could
They could call me for any pole and I'll be there.
any pole. She said, give her a call. She'll show up to work that pole.
I my red lip. Give me the good ones. Do you see a key up there? It's happening. I'm so excited, you guys. Okay, so I've been waiting my whole life. I mean that, my whole life for this day. I am headed to go learn how to work the poles. I have my drinks, my coffee, my water, my notebook. I'm ready. And my nanny would be so proud. My mother-in-law is a big pole worker. Like, I just grew up doing this, and it is a bucket list item of mine. I know it's not for everybody, but it is for me. So wish me luck.
For a ride. No, Mom went for a ride. You don't want to go where she's going, I promise you. You're not missing out on anything. I promise. She made me a nice coffee before she left, because she loves me. Can you turn that back on? Can you turn the light back on? Please? Turn the light back on. Thank you. Appreciate it. Abby, I want to go take photos. That's my coffee. Get out of here. Yes, that's your water. You can drink that water. That's good. I want to go take photos. Maybe tomorrow. I think tomorrow we might go take some photos. Priscilla needs headshots, some professional photos done. I'm not a professional, but I can fake it so that, you know, like I'm good enough that they can come across as professional photos. This is actually one of my older YouTube cameras with a flip-up screen for the vlog, but it's fun for street photography because it's very incognito, like taking pictures of people and things out in the middle, you know, just out in public, just doing that style of shooting. It's fun for that because when you use something like this big rig, like people get weirded out, you know. They feel like they're on camera. I love making videos, like, but that's a problem when like a hobby becomes a job type of thing. Like you've heard of people talk about that before. I don't even post the photos that I take usually. Priscilla uses some of them, of course, for her content. Like a lot of the photos that you see on her page from like this last event were my photos, but I don't even post my photos. I just take them and keep them. Very old school with photography. You know, back in the day, like people took photos, they didn't share them on social media. They just took photos to take photos. So that's what I like to do. Let me know if you're kind of an old school mindset with photography. I'm not using film though because that's ridiculous expensive. People don't need to see everything on Instagram. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness, Supervisor of Elections, Duval County. It's happening. It's so big. Do you think this is where they like count all the ballots on election night? I bet it is. Do we have a special parking spot? Probably not. This is our first time. Maybe it says like first timers come here. It says visitor. I'm not gonna park there though. Oh my gosh, we have to get a selfie in front of the sign. There it is. Look at the American flag flying in the wind. I'm here. I'm ready. I've never been more ready in all my life. You know, I did not get to perform jury duty because they didn't call my group. So this is the next best thing. Like, this could be something I do every election year. My nanny did this every year. I remember growing up, and she would do it, and then we would have a watch party at her house. Everybody bring over food. Like, it was a whole thing. So I'm born and bred to be a poll worker. What can I say? It's in my blood. Okay, I'm gonna go up there and take a picture before everybody else shows up. We're 9 minutes early, so we're killing it. And we'll see you guys when we get back.
We have a lot of pretty parks around town, and I was thinking that tomorrow we could go and, because you would like that, you would like to go hang out in the parks and stuff. While we're taking photos of Mama. That'd be cool, huh? Do you think you would like that? I think that you would. I feel like you like define like, because tolerate, yes, you'll tolerate it. Like it, like truly enjoy it, probably not. This is an age thing. You just don't enjoy much anymore. Well done. What's next? We didn't swim today. You want to do that one? Okay. Grab that one. You dump it. You just take them all. That works. What? I'm not all done. I gotta finish this. I gotta be done with my work, and then I can come hang out. What you looking at? Who's here? You want? I smell water. You can have some. It's okay. You know, your cup's on the counter. That's a little rude. You should just make the effort to go get your own cup, maybe. Priscilla just texted me. She said that she's the youngest person there by 20 plus years, easily. Like, I know. Nobody thought you wouldn't be. Everyone knows that she's so funny. She's an old soul. Like, she's a young spirit. Old soul, you know? God love her. Wow, you got a lot. Good job. You want to take them up to the kitchen? Careful. Careful. 2 hands, please. Watch what you're doing. Perfect. Okay. We need to put these into this cart. The intrusive thought to squeeze them is there. I see you squeezing a couple. Let's not do that, okay? Okay, that one's full. Gotta get another one. And give away some to our neighbors because we have a plethora, a veritable cornucopia of quail eggs. One of these has to be a partial, right? I don't think so. I don't think so. These are all full. There's still 4 more dozen in there. Okay. So people always ask what we do with the eggs. We eat them. We haven't been home though, so we haven't eaten a lot of eggs. All right. We'll just leave these in here for now. So I gotta get more cute little cartons too. And we'll have eggs for breakfast tomorrow. Yeah. Good job. So if you notice the progress there, all right, this is good progress. Like even just like you guys have to understand, handling the eggs. What are you doing? Oh, even just handling the eggs, like, you know, moving from one place to the other. Before she wouldn't like pick them up and like throw them, you know. So even learning that, every little part of it, learning how to place it into the egg carton so it's, you know, pointy end or non-pointy end down instead of sideways. Like every little step has to be learned. So for us to progress to where it becomes like a much more independent activity, just like every other independent activity that she does, every single thing has to be learned. Every step. The way that she turns it in her fingers, the egg in her fingers to get it to sit down in the carton, like everything has to be learned and taught. You know, we have to figure out how to teach each thing too. Like how do I teach this? That's like the thought that goes through my brain a million times a day. So that's huge progress that she's like, you know, she gets the basket. She knows when she gets the basket, this is what we're going to go do. You guys are really tilted. And, you know, when we go out to the coop, like I didn't even see her. I don't know. I got to look back on video and see if she unlatched the top latch on the coop or not. That's huge, you know? Huge. Because what I'm saying is the top latch was unlatched. I don't know if she did or not, but anyway. What's up? Yeah, you're all done? Yeah. Hey, can you put your shoes away though? Go put your shoes away for me. Go put them away. I thought the shoes would make her footing better because she always seems like real hesitant with her footing going out there to the coop. It didn't help. I think it's just, you know, it's not an environment that she spends every day in. Like she'll run through the house, you know, because she's used to it. But she'd go to someone else's house with even less levels and less variations. And where'd you put those? Put them away in the cabinet. Just threw her shoes. Less variations in surfaces and different types, you know, floor types and stuff like that. And she's very unsure with her footing. So it has more to do with how used to it she is rather than, you know, those aspects of depth perception, stuff like that.
I passed. It's not really a pass or fail situation, but it's official. I am, what am I? I'm a poll worker. I'm so excited. It was a very informative class. It was 3 hours long. It was a full class. We had like 30 people there. And I did really well. I was like helping people by the end of it. People were asking me questions and how to do things, and I killed it. And I'm so excited. Now I have to see, because I signed up later than other people, so I have to see if I think I did get staffed. I have to go look at my emails for August 20th for the primary. So I know all the rules. I'm super excited. I can't wait to help. It was pretty cool too. There is a whole section about helping people with disabilities. I mean, I'm the girl for the job. So, and Duval County received 100% on their audit last year for like the way that they do their program. So, pretty impressive. I'm glad to be part of the organization, and I hope that I make Mr. Jerry Holland, who is our supervisor of elections, very proud. I'm the newest poll worker in Duval County, along with 29 other people, but here we go.
So I just got off the phone with Priscilla. She's, I'm sure that you saw, she might have had the same energy with you as she did with me. I hope so. Because she is so excited. She's the cutest freaking thing ever. She says to me, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating what she told you, but she says, I really see a future in this. Like, you know, starting at the bottom and working my way up. And oh, that girl. I tell you what, y'all, when she gets into something, like, she gives me a hard time for, like, my obsessive personality. You know, it's very common with ADHD. Like, I have, you know, my interests go hard, and then they wane, and then I move on to something else, you know, that kind of thing. But when she gets into something, she's like full bore, 100%, just like I am. I could see her making this like a whole part of her personality, even. Made Abbie a quesadilla.
Hi.
There she is, folks. The
Duval
star.
County's newest poll worker. I said, Mr. Jerry Holland, he doesn't know what he got when he got me. He's gonna be so proud. That place is crazy. It's huge.
I'm so proud, babe. Proud of you.
One day I'm gonna be the manager at a poll location.
That's your goal?
Yeah.
Okay.
One day I want to be the one in the rooms, like when the boats are coming in and stuff. That's what I want to do.
I asked Priscilla if she wanted to talk about it on the vlog because it might help other moms or dads in this position, right? Mm-hmm. And she said, sure. Abbie wouldn't even come down for dinner. She's in her room. She doesn't want to be bothered. She's literally laying in bed, and I was like, you want to come down for dinner? And it's hard to tell when she's laying down which way she's nodding, because she's kind of this. I was like, so she gets so mad, because I'm like, can you sit up? And so she has to sit up, and it's like doing sign language with your hands into the blanket. It's like, it won't work, It's not my fault. So there was a really long comment left on, I think it was yesterday's vlog or something like that.
I don't remember which one it was.
It was commented on yesterday by this lady. Something I need to preface this with is like, everyone's like, we get a lot of comments like, oh, don't listen to the hate, right? And everyone's a hater, Not everybody's a hater.
Right.
People just have opinions about things. They want to share them. They sometimes they do it in a very kind way, and people pop off on them, like, especially on Facebook. Please don't be so quick to jump on people on Facebook. Like, maybe they're having a bad day, and you just made their day worse. You know what I mean? So I want to preface that, because I'm not going to delete the comment. Don't go on there and crap on people, all right? You don't have any more right to crap on them than they do to crap on us, okay? But besides that point, so the comment was made that I don't, in the nicest way possible,
right?
That Priscilla is self-absorbed, selfish, more interested in her job than she is in being a mom. And then went on to talk about how great of a dad I am. Or did that first and then talked about Priscilla. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. So, and you're not crying because of what that person said, right? It's, I mean, sort of, but then like feelings also, and like, and Priscilla was like, she told me, she's like, her relationship with Abbie is different than it used to be.
Right.
She's
a 19-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Like.
And I know she can be viewed as a little girl, on video sometimes.
She's not.
She's not. She's not a little kid. And Priscilla and I talked about it. I think what a lot of people don't understand is that dynamics and relationships change. Like, a lot. I had very little to do with the day-to-day raising of the children, of both of them. I worked, and Priscilla did everything. Everything. From the moment they woke up till the moment they went to bed. So somebody actually just commented on today's video, and they said, of us in the pool, and they said, did you teach her to swim, or was that the ABA therapist? And I was like, actually, that was Priscilla. Priscilla taught her to swim.
Yeah.
In Nanny's pool. And they were in the pool sending me a video at work because Priscilla spent every single summer with the kids all day, every day. Every single aspect of it. And this wasn't a couple of years. This was the majority of the children's lives to this point, right? Him being 22 and her being 19. Like, the majority of their lives was spent with mom. After school, getting picked up, dropped off at school. I started dropping Isaiah off at school in middle school. Before that, all mom every single day.
Yeah.
But mom still took Abbie almost every day. It really didn't start to shift at all until Isaiah was driving himself, and actually, kind of a little bit after we started the vlogs.
Yeah.
About a year or two after we started the vlogs, I was still working full time
And I was still
outside of
like
the house.
full-time at both of their schools as a volunteer.
Yeah.
So I was still there doing all the volunteer things at their
Right.
schools.
She was she led the Parent Action Committee at Abbie's school.
Yep.
She was PTA for Isaiah's school, PTA
And-
president at Isaiah's school,
And the county.
and she was county PTA as well. Like she dedicated over half of our marriage, to the kids, of the timeline that we've been married, and more than the kids' life to the kids, and then that dynamic kind of shifted. Abbie became an adult. The way that her and Priscilla connected changed. The way that Isaiah and Priscilla connected has changed. Priscilla is still more of the parent figure, I feel like, with Isaiah. Mm-hmm. And him and I've just kind of given up on parenting with him, which, he's 22, but at the same time, it's like, I'm more friends. He calls Priscilla for something serious, when he's got to talk, He will try to call her, and if she doesn't answer, then he'll call me. And those dynamics change. And the reason why we wanted to share this, I was like, Priscilla, this may help other moms or dads in this, with these feelings.
Well, okay, so I'm thinking, like as we're standing here talking, like a lot of moms will have a career and then they start to say, ooh, I think I want to have a family, which means children. Like they have a spouse. Now they want to have a family. Mm-hmm. And so then they put that career on pause and they stay home with their kids. And then they're full-time moms. And then when those kids grow up, they're like, oh, now I'm an empty nester. I'm going to go back to fulfilling my cup. Because what do? You just wait around for the kids all day? Like, what am I supposed to do?
Right.
So I was just thinking, like, it's the same concept. It just looks different. Mm-hmm. Right? Like,
yeah.
Abbie is a grown-up. She still needs us for all the things. But she's still a grown-up. And it's just different raising her now than it was when she was a little kid.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, she needs us, but she's in her room right now. Like,
she's been in there for hours.
She doesn't need us right now.
She doesn't want us around right now. She just wants to hang out in her room.
Right.
And that's, that's the difference is, like, she needs us. Otherwise, she'd be in a dorm room right now.
Yeah.
She'd be in an apartment right now, whatever, doing, I don't know. Isaiah still lives at home, so who knows. But, and I think it's important, though, like, you have to understand, like your dynamic with your kids can change drastically.
Yeah.
Like mom was everything. Now it leans more towards dad now.
But if she wants to eat, she ain't going to dad.
No.
Like, it's not that he doesn't feed her, but she knows I'm the person that takes care of most of the meals. Mm-hmm. When we're getting ready for something, I'm the person that does that. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what she comes to me for. I am not her best friend. And it's okay. Like, you are. It's better than some random person being her best friend. Like, you're her best friend, and that's okay. Right? Like,
yeah.
Why can't she be daddy's little girl? Like, don't you guys see all the videos of, like, dad having the first dance at their wedding? Like, that's their little girl. It's the same thing. I don't know why people can't understand that. Does she, I feel like you always want more as a parent. Like, you want to be, like, on top of your kids and have the best relationship with them. And she and I love each other, y'all. It just looks different. She has autism. She doesn't want me to be all lovey on her. I drive her crazy. Like, I'm all in her face and, like, she loves me on her terms. And that's okay. Like, I don't know. It's okay that dad's her best friend. Doesn't mean I'm an absent mom. Doesn't mean I'm self-absorbed. Like, I'm doing my thing. That's okay. My thing includes the whole family, right? I mean,
yeah, and I think
the other thing. Like, it's a family thing.
I hope you don't judge other women who are out there who are career focused or whatever. Like if it came down to it, like you understand, right? Like if it comes down to it between if they had to choose between their family and their job or their kid and their job, you know what they're going to choose.
Right.
You know? It doesn't mean that she is neglecting another part of her life because she's focusing on her career. I think she should be applauded for that. And then you also need to understand, too, that when you say things like that, it's extremely sexist because you would never say something like that about a man.
No.
Never. Like, there would be no...
It's applauded that a man works 80 hours a week.
Yeah.
He's a look at that hard-working man for his family.
If a woman works 80 hours a week, well, she's going to be raising cats and be lonely for the rest of her life. You know, like it's... You know, or she's neglectful towards her family or doesn't feed her husband or whatever. And, you know... And we're a pretty traditional family in a lot of senses, but at the same time, like at this point in our lives, we should be, and I know we're young, but we had our kids young. Like that era of our life was way earlier. We should be moving towards the empty nester stage that will never happen. You know, so should she be a PTA mom for 50 years?
Right.
Most people do it for 4, you know? And I think it's just, I don't know. Abigail is the most important human in our lives. And I say that because she requires, you know, it's required that she is the most important human. Every plan that we make, everything that we do revolves around her needs. And so by default, she's the most important person. You know, but we are important too. Like we have full whole ass lives to live, you know, side by side with her. And I think that's important to remember. Like, you are not mom. You are Priscilla. I'm not dad. I'm Asa.
Right.
You know, we are whole people outside of just taking care of Abigail.
Right.
You know, I talked in yesterday's vlog about you know, it's a good season for us, for her to go back to the vocational program, be there 5 days a week. You know, we can do the stuff that we do, that we need to do. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, you know, if you take care of another human, you know, especially at this level of care that's required, like even doing housework is difficult because if I'm doing something in the other room, I don't know what she's doing across the house.
Right.
You know, like it's every little thing is more challenging, and it just, you know, it allows us to be husband and wife more, you know, and spend time together and in that stage of our life where technically we should be. We're not. We don't complain about it.
Right. And we will never complain about it. It just looks different.
Yeah.
You know? And something else I wanted to, you know, just remind you guys of is I do work a lot. Because we have a lot to provide for.
Yeah.
We both work a lot. You know, Asa being on camera every day and editing those videos is his job. It is not my job. Therefore, that's why you don't see me on his videos a lot of times. Yes, we're a family channel, you know, but at the same time, I have things that I do that you guys don't have any clue about. And that's just the way it is. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's how our dynamic works. And I'm sorry if you can't understand that, if you don't agree with it, like, that's just the way our family works. And we like it. You know, I think I talked in one of the vlogs the other day, like we communicate very well. We've been married 23 years. We have both grown a lot as people, as a couple, as individuals, like we have grown. And that is the whole goal of life, is to grow and mature and figure out like what works for you. And what works for you today might not be the same a month from now. Asa was the one that wanted to homeschool Abigail. Guys, that is not in my realm at all, right? Like, it's just not.
Yeah, Priscilla showed support for the homeschooling idea because we support each other.
Right.
And the things that we want to do. Like, that's why she showed support in it. That's why, she, you know, it wasn't like a, you know, it was less of a, we came to this decision together and we're going, no, it was more my idea that she supported.
Right.
So.
Well, and you grew up different than I grew up, you know. Your mom, I mean, even when we first got married, I think there was some, you know, issues, like I use that word loosely, but like your mom couldn't understand, and this is, I love my mother-in-law, but she always stayed at home. She is a professional homemaker, like true through and through. You guys know Jessica. That's her passion. That's what she was born to do. My mom worked.
You know, I don't remember in my childhood ever seeing a load of laundry anywhere in the house, clean, dirty. Don't recall. Like, she was that good.
Right. And that's what her passion was. And my mom worked. Like, from the time I could remember, my mom worked. And she was a corporate woman. And she's in her mid-70s now, still working.
Still working.
Not because she has to, because she enjoys it.
Yeah.
And so that's who I was raised by.
And do you have any, like, hold any
grudge
towards your upbringing?
No.
And I don't either,
and,
you know?
And I remember, like, when I went through the weird middle school phase, she stayed at home with me because she wanted to make sure that I wasn't getting bullied and that I was, you know, going down the right path and all these things. But other than that, she's worked my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that for her, you know? So I love working women. I love stay-at-home women. Like, do your thing, whatever it is that you want to do and that your family wants you to do. Like, it has to be, I feel like it has to be a joint decision.
Oh, for sure.
For it to be successful.
Yeah.
And I love that your mom raised you like that, because obviously he's really good at laundry. So I take care of the kitchen. Asa does the laundry because Asa is very picky about the laundry. That's because his mom was so picky about the laundry. She's so good at it. That's what we just figured that out. There we go. That's the problem. Jessica, it's your fault.
So I wanna cap this with you know, again, I know, like, we had some emotional moments there and
Sorry.
stuff.
Yeah.
We don't
I'm also a girl.
we don't hold any grudge towards the person that commented that, or, you know, I don't feel any certain way. I just, you know, it's hard to explain things. It's hard not to feel that too, because
But she said it and then said, "Ooh, that sounds terrible."
True,
like,
true.
yeah, it does sound terrible.
You know, people say things they shouldn't, but I'm not angry about it. It's just, you know, people have thoughts and sometimes they type them out. But I want you guys to you really got to look at other people's situations and go, huh, that's different than mine. Love that for them. You know, like, I think that's so important, especially with the internet and everything nowadays. You see what other people are doing, and everybody just feels like I need to speak my opinion on it. You don't, though, you know, because you know, and no, you don't do vlogs on yourself, but is anybody coming into your house going, man, you really do that wrong? You know, it's just, why? It's not going to fix it. It's not going to change anything. I can tell you that. Like, I've never once changed for anyone in the comment section. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just be accepting of that other people are different.
And you only see what we let you see.
True.
Like, we get to choose what we share.
As far as the day-to-day goes, like, you guys obviously aren't going to see Priscilla, you know, helping Abigail as far as her hygiene is concerned, you know, with taking baths and toileting.
Because that was one of the things.
Picking on her clothes. And
I feel like she's like, I don't know that we're due this, but I feel like you guys should share this. And it's like, but we can't.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff you can't. You know, you just, I mean, obviously, for obvious reasons. The stuff that Priscilla, you know, when Abbie goes into the doctor's office, like, Priscilla's always there. On occasion, I'm there. And then you guys see, hey, we're going to the doctor today.
Let's see. Today I was on the phone with the pharmacy. Mm-hmm. I was also on the phone with insurance. Mm-hmm. Like, I did all these things that I don't think you really care about that. I guess I could show you my phone and be like, look, I sat on phone for 25 minutes waiting for someone to answer the phone. Yeah, like, those are the things I deal with. I also do the payroll for caregiving, and, you know, like, I'm responsible for those things.
And because Priscilla deals with things like, like Abigail's services and therapies and stuff like that, and all the paperwork and all the back end stuff and all the planning and scheduling and talking to people on the phone and sitting on hold for 20 minutes. Because she does all that, I'm able to make these videos. Because otherwise, that's what my day would be filled with.
Asa you did one call today for house insurance stuff.
I wanted to throw my phone across the room.
He goes, this is why I'm not the person for this job.
Oh.
And it was house insurance, which I did not tell him. He got an email about it. I didn't know.
Unrelated to my child. If it's about my child, I'll really lose my crap on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, because it's just so frustrating navigating anything nowadays. But yeah, that was just house insurance stuff. So that's what she does. You know, she does all those things that I can make these videos for you guys.
And I went to work
she
the
did that
polls.
too.
So there was that. I guess that's self-serving, but also American serving. Doing my
Just out
American
here
duties.
being patriotic on that pole, y'all.
I didn't get a chance to show them my moves, but that's fine.
Okay. Did you tell them that you were the best one in there?
I did.
Okay.
I was the class. I was top of the class.
Wow.
A lady said, ma'am. And she's like, you know what you're doing. So I helped her.
Look at you.
And the man next to me, he was a sweet older man. And he was having some problems because it's, computer stuff. Not that I'm a computer, but it's like archaic computer stuff. So I'm there for it. And I was helping him. He's like, thank you so much. There were 30 of us in that class. A lot of new poll workers in Duval County. So,
Hey.
not that I have to prove myself to anybody. I know. Please don't put that in the comments. You don't owe us a response. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we just need to remind you.
Thank you for making our kids the kids that they are, the adults that they are nowadays.
Aw. What are you looking at my face for? You're looking down.
Just watching your face.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I couldn't do it. We're a good team.
We're a good team.
Whatever they do now, it's on him.
You want to go make out?
Okay.
Okay.